America. This brother Leo, this brother Conscious, with my brother Holy Water, with a side of green tea. My brother JP, we making it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? It's the host that does the most, and my personal rival slash my arch enemy, nemesis. You know what I'm saying? The one with the big forehead, by the way.
Stop it, brother.
Yes, 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 yes. Again, we every Sunday. Sorry for the introductions early. Now we on every Sunday. Try to get in 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? And I do what it do. But brothers, again, this is a podcast on various situations. But like what we're tackling now or touching up on is what we're tackling and touching on right now. It's our relationship topic, relationship basis right now until we get our feet wet and what's not. You know what I'm saying? But brothers, introduce yourself. I know I hogged the mic for a little while. Introduce yourself.
They know who we are already, brother. We got a lot of videos. No, I'm just joking. Holy Water and Green Tea.
Brother JP.
That's it.
JP on this side and this end.
We in here, brother. We in here. You know what I'm saying, brother? A little question was kind of plaguing my head a little bit, right? How do you all feel about and nowadays with these modern women and so forth and modern men? What's your take on a woman being promiscuous? A woman being promiscuous and a man being promiscuous. And I know a lot of women like a woman trying to do what man do and still, you know, a woman want to do what a man do and still be considered a lady and so forth. What's your take on woman, these modern day women being promiscuous and what's not? Answer it. My bad, Holy Water. You first, and then we're gonna double back to you, John.
Copy that.
What I believe is this. A lot of times you're going to lose the ability to be a wife if you're promiscuous. You can still be a wife, but you can still be in the position of a wife, depending on what man chooses you. But to actually be a wife, could you really be a traditional wife if you're promiscuous? I really don't believe so. So, and that's just my opinion. You know, you have to cleanse yourself and heal yourself if you've been through, and you have to acknowledge it. You know, you have to acknowledge it and understand that this happened, because even, you know what I'm saying, even guys who've been with a lot of women, actually, men, that's how we're actually are. We don't care, like, you know, but it's different for women, because it's like, if you're looked at as the prize as a woman, don't you want to be a valuable prize? All right.
I wanna also piggyback on that from what you were saying last week, and I'm gonna let you answer, John. As from last week, we was talking about woman. I feel like matter of fact, John, let me ask you this question: what age would you say a woman is at her peak, at that top of her top of where she could be her most valuable as a woman? What age bracket would you say a woman is the most valuable as?
No age bracket, big bro. And the only reason why I say that is because
A woman in her prime, a woman in a prime. What would you say is no age bracket?
It's no age bracket. A woman, it goes both ways. Like, to be
No,
honest.
no. A man in his prime. Wait, 1 second. A man in his prime, 9 times out of 10. That's why a lot of women say they want to date men in their 40s and over. You understand? Because a man can get older.
He still has to give you his. Still has to give you his. I don't know if the term is rhetoric, or he has to give you his side, or he has to give you his opinion.
Because at the end of the day, everybody got different opinions about the situation. Now, I'm speaking on my point of view. There's no age bracket, because it's
a woman or a man.
Yeah, it all goes by how you get, because the woman might be lost by her teens, her mid-20s. She might be lost, and then realize what she wants at the age of 30. Just because she looks a little older, basically she lost value. That's what you're trying to tell me?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying with a man in his prime, usually that'd be a man in his 40s and above. Because again, what puts a man in his prime? what women look for in men? They look for a man that has that maturity towards taking care of a woman, protecting her. And as a man get older, I guess like and him being more qualified in his job, him gaining like that position that he wants to, that usually happen like in their 40s, their 30s, their 40s, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to you being a teenager, you just graduate from college, you just came out of high school, you're gonna be making the bare minimum, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna make the bare minimum. But as a man get older, that increases his value. Not just because you make more money, that means your value get up,
So
but
since
you gain more
I'm come a little
stability.
too now, for the simple fact that I kind of realize a lot of times that when I see couples out there that, let's say hypothetically, I feel like I'm around prime now. Well, when I was like maybe a year and a half ago, I was working out, such and such. I wasn't really making money. You see what I'm saying? I was making cash flow, but doesn't mean that I was on my downgrade or whatever. Now, people look at it as that's when I say material, when you making most money, you got the best cars, you got the best house, so you wearing the best outfits out there. No, it's not necessarily that. It's how you carry yourself that makes you into your prime. You see what I'm saying? You're doing everything that you really want to do to lead to that path. You see what I'm saying? Now that's the reason why I don't look at the material things. The material things is the sprinkles on the ice cream. You see what I'm saying? Now that's your preference. That's what you want. That's how you go to represent yourself when you are on the outside. But when you're in the in-house behind closed doors, you don't have those material things.
Yes.
Because she's not looking at that. You see what I'm saying?
But
She's
she
going to look
is.
at how
But
you.
she is. But
That's
she
how they're looking
is.
at this moment. Because remember, in 1950s and the 1940s, that wasn't the call. The woman would stay home. So what is she looking at? As long as you come home and pay the bills, baby, and you put food on the table, I'm gonna value you, and you my king. You see what I'm saying? It's not like that anymore. You see what I'm saying? So now it's coming to the point that you have to do that. You gotta pay. Matter of fact, let's say you're basically you're a single man. You're trying to find a woman. You gotta pay your bills. You gotta pay her bills. You gotta pay for basically her material things, basically the catering part, the nails, the hair, whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? Now you gotta take her out. Now you gotta basically look fly to represent that y'all look good as a unit. You see what I'm saying? So now when it comes to that point, that gives the extra. Of course, when you're walking around, you look like the best couple. That why you think we admire Jay-Z, why you think we admire a lot of celebrities in that and that's in that category. But I learned that basically what you bring to the table and how you represent yourself is the prime. You see what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, but towards me, in terms of answering your question, society deems like a man, an older man, to be prideful, not physically being in his prime, because like as you get in your 40s, your late 30s, and your 50s, your body ain't gonna be what it was. But in terms of a man being the most valuable, when I said older in his 40s, because he's financially stable. He got his life.
He can still be valuable physically though.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, he's not going to be doing everything. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be doing everything he was doing.
But hey, you don't know that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, but I'm trying to
if I'm
jump
80,
on to the broad. Thank you
if I'm 80, if I'm
thank you
80,
for cutting me off. Right, John, talk. You ain't cut him off. Thank you, appreciate it. We're gonna let you finish afterwards. But
because both of y'all was talking and you didn't give me a chance to intervene and interject to interpolate my.
Go ahead, brother. You got the mic.
All right. Well, basically, man, if you now I understand if you're 80 years old and you can't, of course, you can't do what I mean, you know what I'm saying, but you can still have a physical value. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know you ain't gonna be like you were when you were 26 or 35 or 40, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like I know what you mean though. I get what you're saying. I got it. You talking about more so like, owning property and stuff like that. You have more,
Quote unquote, what they label as high value man. Be able to do more than what you was doing at 20.
I'm so fucking tired of hearing that shit.
No, but I mean, I know you tired of hearing that.
I'm not
But
saying from you.
that's a woman. That's a woman. That's the narrative push towards women.
I'm not saying I'm tired of hearing it from you. I'm just like the whole high value man shit. Like that shit is so like that terminology alone to me, in my opinion, is bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why. When I used to drive trucks, they had something called high value loads. Anything past 100,000,
Mhm.
anything past
Mm.
$100,000 was a high value load. I didn't, you know. Now I understand say high value man or whatnot, but now you're comparing a man's wealth to himself. Now they never compared my container to what was in it. Like, you know what I mean? Just because you have $100,000 doesn't make you high value as a person. It means you got $100,000. That's the only thing it really means. But your value should consist of your integrity and your well-being to the community. Because to me, if you have $10
Mm.
million and you're not valuable to your community, you are of low value.
That's a
Because
fact.
and I'm gonna tell
That's
you
a
why
fact.
I believe you're of low value, because you're willing to use your money on stuff that does not prepare your society or your community, and you're saying it doesn't matter, or I worked hard for it. Then how are you high value to me? You're not high value to me. You will be high value to your wife, but if you're not doing
Mm.
anything to help me and uplift me in this community or give me a job, then how does that relate to high value when that's a low frequency? Because
Mm.
my lows when I was driving trucks, the truck I was in wasn't high value. It was high value product. It was $100,000, but it had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with the container, the trailer. He contains that. That doesn't mean he is that.
Mm, you're right. But
You
continuing
got a
back
point.
how I was saying though,
Yeah, yeah.
thank you so much. But continue back to what I was saying, right, John? When I
Mhm.
said a man as he get more older, he's more profitable in terms of what he has to offer or bring to the table, because that's what a man is asked sometimes on the first date. What can you bring to the table? What you have to offer to the table? I got bills, and now in the relationship, now relationship is more so as a business transaction. But for me, I feel like as a man, me and a lot of women and other men, they can attest to as a man get older, the more valuable he is once he's gained that plateau of that status, or something like to say that status. In terms of a woman, I feel like the woman is our most
I,
valuable. A
I
woman
need
is
I need you to pause.
a woman at her most valuable.
I
I feel like no, say I feel like a woman is at her prime, like usually when she hit her teens to her 20s, that's when she at her prime. But the only thing is, when a woman's in her 20s, they become very promiscuous. They get multiple partners and so forth, and they kind of multiple partners,
don't
or
don't
some
don't you,
or
you you
some
gotta
people.
say some. You can't say all of them become promiscuous.
No,
All
some.
right.
I said all. Did I say all?
You didn't say all. You just didn't put a distinction on it.
Okay, I got you. Some women go through that quote unquote whole phase. You know what I'm saying? Where because you might not believe it, but
I hate those things.
a lot of these celebrities, and they get these ladies taking these exotic trips and getting them the bags, the expensive $1,000 bags and $10,000 bags and so forth. They usually like young girls, them in their 20s. Throw a little flash, throw a little wealth for them, and they get it, and they get them to do everything and anything. But me asking you, saying all that, JP, how do you feel about a woman being promiscuous, a promiscuous woman?
Well, to be honest with you, I've dated a couple of them that is very promiscuous, but it didn't bother me because, like, it will always go by the man's insecurity, to be honest.
Okay.
Now, if you are the type of person that's not saying stuck up or whatever, because you got your own preference of how you want your woman to be, you see what I'm saying? Now, let's say she likes to show her body off or likes to be open. She's very open-minded with the world, like, trying to represent something because she wants, not saying attention, but she wants to represent something. You see what I'm saying? Let her. That's why I normally say let her. Now, we in a generation now that it's coming to the point that all females want, not that they want attention, they just want to be known. Like, you see what I'm saying? And that's all I'm gonna say. They really promiscuous, just basically do it like in a way that, hey, go work out, show off your body, such and such and such, representing in a certain way that it makes you representing something. But like you promiscuous, basically just going down the street and just trying to show off your body and then trying to
But
flirt
that
with every man that you see. That's a whole different ball
but that
game.
also could be from one dude to the other, 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 to the other.
Correct. So now I can't say this your insecurities because now it's coming to the point that you keeping your guard up. So now you're looking at it like, hey, stop. Like you see what I'm saying? Because the way it's looking and the way you represent it as a unit, it doesn't look right. You see what I'm saying? That's the point that I was trying to get or come across when it comes to my females. Now it comes to a point that they realize their mistake. You see what I'm saying? And when they realize their mistake, sometimes it could be too late. Sometimes you think they're
But you
lying
said
about the
there's no,
situation.
but you said it wasn't no stop. A woman could be in the prime and any age. That's what you told me earlier. So don't take back what you said now.
And not, and never that, because remember, they don't know they're in their prime.
Mm-hmm.
Only way we know they're in their prime is how they represent and how their success becomes after that.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You sit down, it's like, damn, she's promiscuous, but she's doing everything that she has to do. But yet again, she represents something that's going to make the success better as a unit. You see what I'm saying? That it's just like a grown. Now we're going to take it to the men. For a man that's at 80 years old.
Tell me that. I want to hear this.
I've seen this before. It's very rare, but I've seen this before. You go to the gym, you go to Planet Fitness, and all of a sudden you see an 80-year-old looking big as hell. My man is on his prime because he don't have that energy that he has, and basically the health condition that he's in is not the same as a 20-year-old. You see what I'm saying? Now it comes to a point that you look at that man, you ask him, "Hey, can I see a picture of you when you was 20?" He don't look. Sometimes he don't. It's not nowhere near for how he looks right at that moment when he's 80 years old. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why. That's the reason why I normally say I was in my prime a year and a half ago. I felt it. I felt the success. I felt the whole.
You talking about physical? You talking about physically, or you just talking about yes achievements?
For me, at that moment, everything. You see what I'm saying?
And I compliment off of that.
Yeah.
And one thing about it that I realized, like I'm in the gym right now, and I can already see my body changing dramatically. And when I get to that level, I would be in my prime compared to how my body looked before. Because the last time I was in shape, that was like 10 years ago. I was 26. I had an 8-pack. I was jogging 3 miles when I was, and it was crazy, but my body transformed, then. So if I go above and beyond that, then I went from 204 pounds then to 160 when I was 26. So I would see I was at a prime, but if I go above that now, then I would go past that, which would bring me back into a prime state of my being. That's what I'm getting from what you're saying. Because somebody could be 20 years old and be overweight, and then 60 and be in the best shape of their life.
I see women like that. That's like technically they overweight, and literally in 10 years when you see them, they don't look nothing like that. Like you see what I'm saying? You be like, and technically that's their prime. You see what I'm saying? Now it comes to a point. Now we're gonna put it like this. She was in her teens. She was beautiful, slim, and whatever such. She got to her mid-20s. She got overweight, and she lost her weight. Which one is her prime? Now, I want to hear your question with that one, or your answer when it comes to that one.
I believe her prime is in comparison with how she looked when she was in her youth. And I'm gonna tell you why. If she don't look how she did when she was younger, but if she looks better than she did when she was younger, then that'll be a prime point. I believe prime can be points. It can't, it is. I believe now that listening to this conversation, primes could be points. It could be points of prime times, like prime time. Like it could be points of it. I believe when we put a measurement on when someone's, when someone is in their prime, and I believe that could cause so many relationships to kind of deteriorate, in our psyche. Like, oh man, she's not young. I think like that too. Like, because I want a younger woman or whatnot. At the same time, what if I were to meet somebody my age that was just on another level? I can compromise that. I could. at the same time, I have a preference, like what you were saying before, Brother John, a preference. And but pretty much as far as what I feel about promiscuous, I've dated women that were promiscuous as well. And one thing I realize about them is they've had so many encounters sexually that they don't want the relationship to be they might not want the relationship to be based in it. So they'll hold back sexual activity because they don't want to feel ashamed anymore sexually. So their mind becomes confused about their promiscuous nature. So they're constantly having sex with all these guys. Then they meet a good guy like myself. And now they want to hold out because we're in a relationship now. This is a good guy. I don't want him to just uh focus on my body. Like, lady, you should be giving me your body. I value it. I'm the one that values it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, now I realize that mentality can stunt the growth of being a wife. It could. If you don't give your body to the right man, you need to be giving your body to the right man that's going to value you. You know, I really don't want any more promiscuous women in my life because they could really hold you back as a man if you put your energy into them.
That's so true.
Now, me answering what you were saying, John. It depends. You say how it, which one I'd value more in terms of a woman being big as opposed to a woman being slim later down the road. It depends because again, she might be going through. She might have.
I'm sorry, big bro, from that timeline, because we don't want to put it into, we don't want to get canceled when it comes to this type of situation. From the transformation from her looking good when she was a teenager, then, you know, not saying that she's losing herself, but she lost herself, and all of a sudden she does the transformation. So which one is the prime? Because
I want to go ahead. I want to go ahead. I want to go ahead. Thank you so much. I'll let you stop. I haven't interrupt you. Thank you. Go ahead. Go ahead. I ain't stop you. I sit back. I listened. I listened. Thank you so much. I didn't interrupt you no once, right? Thank you. Now go away. Shoot. Now back to what I was saying, when I was younger, my appetite was more so of a petite lady and following the American dreams, like as in the standard, their standard of beauty. And as I get older, I have a friend that we all know, his name is Cupid. He's like, yo, he used to tell me all the time, I got the sickness for the thickness. You dig what I'm saying? It all depends on what my cup of tea. I got a sickness for thickness, you know what I'm saying? I want something a little meat on the bone, you know what I'm saying? Something, you know what I'm saying? Give me a run for my money type shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a bean. But in regards to what, because when, like, again, if somebody is big, sometimes when the lady is little thicker, I'm gonna use that term, thicker, and then she's get a little thicker. And before she was like that because she could have gone through some trauma. You know what I'm saying? She could have went through some trauma, and maybe with her being through, might be in a breakup, she might have lost her life, and she started overeating. She started eating, and packed all those pounds. And sometimes when you get there, it's hard to trim this fat and whatever the case may be. Because you know we live in a world now where you can get whatever body you want. If you get the right money, you get whatever body. You could get a lady with a fat old ass, a good titties sticking up, you know what I'm saying? Triple D's, double D's, quadruple D's, whatever, the whole nine, you know what I'm saying? And tummy tucks. People doing tummy tucks now like a motherfucker because people too lazy to work out. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, like maybe she might have been going through something traumatic and started eating or whatever else the case, or just give up on life and just use that. And then, you know what I'm saying? And maybe she might have liked herself, or when she started maybe like tune, I'm gonna say trim down or slim down, when she started to maybe tune that in, because she might be thicker. She's like, ooh, that look nice. You know what I'm saying? Look at that wagon over there. Everything matches. You know what I'm saying? And then now she's loving herself, and she like her being you know what I'm saying, a nice thick slab of steak on the plate. You know what I'm saying? But keep going. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother Holy. Don't judge me, brother. Everybody like what they like. I ain't judge you when you said what you said. I let you rock out, right? So don't judge me, brother.
Why would I judge you?
Because you looking like overweight. Nah, brother. That's called a man. That's a man insatiable appetite desire.
Bro, I've been with I've never been with an extremely heavy woman. I'm not gonna lie. But I have my eyes on one right now. That she, you know, I have my eyes on one. She a little youngin' too. I might have to take, you know, I might hook up with her and take her to the gym.
Okay.
Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But you know,
I like that.
I like you about to say?
No, my fault. I like that you said that because it's like you're inspiring her. She might not like it because of course at the moment she's looking at it as like, oh, you insulting me or you don't like my preference of how I look right now at this moment. But in the long run, you gotta as a boyfriend or a husband or whatever, you gotta open their eyes. Hey, babe, it's kind of hard when your girlfriend tells you, babe, am I getting fat? That answer is really hard because
No,
they expecting you to tell the truth, but you have to lie. So why lie?
you know what I would say?
For that no answer, you
Something
work
rude.
out. She follows your path because in her mind it's like, damn, he's already working out. He's basically gonna start looking good. These girls is gonna start giving him attention. You know what? Let me start working out. So now we both look good. You see what I'm saying? It grabs. You see what I'm saying? Instead of you
Yeah.
telling her, damn, babe, you're getting fat. You gotta go to the gym. That's it, bro. You fuck. Excuse my language. You messed that up.
Let me
You
compliment
messed up. She you for 2 weeks. You better make sure you bring flowers, chocolate, whatever the hell you got to do to make
I
sure.
got,
And I want to compliment after you, brother James.
I got a compliment. I got a compliment off of that. I would say, yeah, you fat, but that punani is still good.
The punani fat, you know? It's fat.
I'm gonna tell you,
The way
man.
it's done up.
Hey, you get, and she get them squats. She get them squats in, and it's gonna be, let me stop. All right.
Yeah. But listen, family, this is what we're gonna do, all right? We're gonna keep this short and concise today. To all the audience, you know what I'm saying? We'll keep it short and concise today. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to follow? You want to follow more? You got to jump on Facebook. We about to go ahead and do our live on Facebook. Definitely pay attention, tune in, and let us get it popping, brother. This brother Leo, this brother Conscious.
Definitely.
Holy Water and JP, we in here, brother. Every Sundays, tune in, subscribe, like, follow, share. Peace and blessings, family.
Yeah, I got